Before I start this one, I hope you've had a tetanus. Battery exhausted, she says. I'm fucking exhausted. Good morning, everyone. Yes, it's Fluff Piece Monday. It's I don't know if it's morning where you are. Some people watch at 2 in the morning, you mad bastards. My name's Paul. This is milehouse studios. There's some signs, do some swearing. Complaints will not be read, verified, or cared about. I've got a basement full of amazing donation guitars. I say full, there's about 10 down there at the minute. So we've got some amazing instruments. Some of you are very, very generous. £1,000 plus instruments. I spat then. I don't know if the camera picked that up. It's early, all right, let me off. I've only just had my Weetabix. Hopefully it's not showing. This is at the other end of the scale, all right? Let me read you the letter. Before I get started, this video, this build-up, for me, in the scheme of things, may appear pointless. And that's because it is. But it's fun, so we'll do it. Hi, Paul. This is the, I think, cheap electric guitar. Fucking no shit. This is a Jaxville. I had to Google it. Available on eBay and Amazon around the world. £129 with a shitbox amp. It's competing with an East Coast guitar from Anderton's for £99. Really? And they're brilliant. Still need a little bit of love. Of course they do. It's 129 quid. 99 quid. But it's got big boots to fill. Absolutely. And this has been stored in a serial killer's basement. Not mine, it came from another one. Thanks, John, for the biggest challenge yet. I'm going to bring you in for a close-up with Spaff Cam, and you can have a little look at what we're dealing with, because this thing is horrific. So coming in close up here, you can see the level of jizz, and we've got build-up in here of smegmati, so we might have demons to go with the demon paint job. It's absolutely vile. Look at the frets. Gangrene. If that was a limb, you'd be chopping it off. It's absolutely vile. Right. First time I've used Spaff Cam. Hope you don't mind that one. So it's got what looks like one new string. So somehow someone's managed to break the lowy. So the backstory is this has been stored badly. When it came here, it had, wait for it, 8mm of neck relief. When Eric eats a banana,
an amazing transformation occurs.
Unbelievable. Anyone else used to watch Banana Man? Used to love that, innit? So the first thing I did was straighten the neck with 95 turns of the Allen key. Allen! And it straightened. I was very surprised. I was waiting for things to crack, and because if this had been in a loft, and I've done it before, and literally you tighten the Allen key, come back the next day and the fretboard's not part of the guitar anymore. It's fine. It's been very stable. It's shocked me. I think it's made of real wood, brown wood. I think the species is brown for sure. The tuners are absolutely dead. I think they feel horrendous. I have actually saved the tuners from an Epiphone, and they are the same Chinesium bollocks. So we can press them in and make the tuners look nice and have them working. I might even be able to spray some lube in them. So we can replace them. We'll put some roller string trees on. The nut, it looks far. Oh, well, I haven't got a clue about the nut. I can't even touch it up that end. Not even with yours. I'm going to chop the strings off, but before I do anything, I'm just going to make sure it works, because if this has been, I don't think this has been in a moist environment. There's not enough rust, and this is literally finger cheese. But we'll plug it in to start with and just make sure everything works. Don't think the tone knob's doing much, but you do get that sometimes. My knob doesn't do very much for the fucking cause either. So let's take it apart and get cleaning, because I think that's going to be the first thing we're going to do today. It's the smallest fret wire I've seen on a guitar for many a moon. And if this is a Chinesium £100 Jaxville dirt box, it's going to be made of something that only resembles metal when polished. So before we get stuck into it, I'm not refretting this thing. These go for £52 on average on eBay secondhand. So not worth my time, but worth it for the entertainment value, innit? It's a £52 guitar, and I'm going to be putting a £15 set of Dario strings on it, because that's what we do, innit? Right, I'm going to cut cameras, get it stripped, and we'll have a little look at what we're dealing with, the levels of crud, and we'll do some slow-mo beauty shots of wiping off slime. Oh, what a day.
One eternity later.
Okay, I've got this thing stripped down and I'm having thoughts to myself while I'm doing it. Like, what is the point of today's video? Because the video's got to have a point. If a video hasn't got a point, then people will be typing, what's the point of this? This is pointless. I think there are probably thousands of these out in the world. You might have some in your garage, shed, attic, wherever you live, the trunk of your boots. Is it a lost cause? You're not going to take this to a tech. Of course you're not. And it's going to cost you more to drive there than it's what the guitar's worth. This is a practice piece. If you want to learn how to set up your classic vibe or your USA Strat and you want to have a little tinker yourself, but you've got one of these because you bought it for your kid thinking he was going to follow in your footsteps, not knowing at the time that kids are fucking repulsed by everything you love. Ask me how I know. You've got one of these at home, you can take this apart. If you can get an absolute shit box to play like a nice guitar, then it's a project worth doing. Incidentally, when I took this one apart, I had to hoover. That's the first. I had to hoover up. So much minge fudge has come off it. It's disgusting. I don't know what's happened to this pick guard, but it's gone all wibbly wobbly. It's like an old vinyl record. So we won't be reusing that. I found an equally shitty one in my drawer, which is all scratched up and minging. But at least the people at Jaxville had the fucking common decency to use a standard Strat pick guard, not some proprietary bullshit. Let's put this thing back together using all the same parts. But the only thing I'm spending money on is cleaning parts and new tuners because they were just unsalvageable. I can't figure out what the body's made out of, but it's definitely a sandwiched body in two halves, which is unusual because there's a huge void in here. So I think they definitely make two halves of the body. God knows why they're doing that. It's probably plywood, I don't know. You're literally watching an albino clean a guitar. What the fuck's wrong with you? Have you not got something better to do? Little tip now, I use window cleaner initially to get the spaff off because guitar cleaning products like Axe Wax's Finger Blast is brilliant, but it's expensive and they come in very teeny tiny bottles because they've got the word guitar on the label. It's a bit like having a photographer at a wedding, 5 times the price. So use this at the end. Someone scrubbed that with something a little bit stronger in the past. I think it's left a few dings and dents. Okay, we've got it clean. Ugh, smells like farms. Comment below, John, where was this stored? I'm pretty sure it wasn't on this ethereal plane. It's absolutely rank. I'm going to scrape the fretboard next because it's disgusting. Okay, what a difference a Stanley knife and a tiny bit of sandpaper makes. Let's discover how bad the frets are. We've got to give it a little bit of time. I know, as do a lot of you, that what a guitar is made of and the amount of man hours put into it in a factory has an effect. It certainly has an effect on your perception of it. But really, it's a numbers game. If we can get a straight neck, pretty good frets, 1.6, 1.4, we can get pretty much any instrument over the line and get it playing way better than you think it can. Wow, that's literally the worst fret. Holy shit. They were gonna be bad, weren't they? Of course they were. So basically, the issue we've got here, and it's not uncommon, the fret wire is so gash, like so gash, as soon as you tap it in the middle of the fret, it just bends the fret. I'm not hitting it hard, same as every other guitar. It just bends the fret and it comes out at the ends, and it's utter shit. Ah, fucking hell. Oh, this was going to be a cleaning video. I'm going to refret it.
Oh, fuck off, you fat wanker.
Because I've started and a geezer has donated this, so I'm going to refret it. I've got some fret wire that I'm not particularly fond of from Stu Mac, some traditional size stuff, very similar to this. Don't buy a Jaxville guitar, everyone. These are absolutely just the shittest fret wire I've ever seen. Awful, awful, disgusting. Let's do a full fret job. Let's do a speedy uppy and we'll work through it. And this video's gone in a different direction. Yes, I'm refretting a £52.90 Jaxville guitar, dirt box. And no, I'm not putting stainless steel frets on. Definitely not. Not so it can go and live in a garage again. Speedy uppy. Well, this was supposed to be a quickie. It's not, it's anything but a quickie. Absolute mung bean of a guitar. However, the neck, I could just tell was worth saving. So she's nicely oiled, she's nicely refretted with StewMac traditional fret wire. 2 hours of my life I'm not going to get back. I've given the body a little bit of a buff, it's very dusty. And I have binned off the old pickguard, which was all warped and knackered, and I've reloaded it into a Fender one. All the same gear, mind. All the same electronics. So at least we're still going to hear what this thing's going to sound like. I'm flustered. This video was supposed to be, let's see what you can do at home with the minimal tools to get a really shit guitar just better, just worth keeping. And it's turned into a complete overhaul, and it's highlighted the fact that a Jaxville is a piece of shit and I wouldn't fucking buy one even with your wallet. But we've saved it. I don't like people donating guitars that I can't save. There's been one or two that have been arrived broken or just bits that I just can't get round. It's not worth it. I mean, that wasn't worth it. We've just done £150 refret on a £54 guitar. It's become a challenge for me. Can I turn this thing around? Can I make it play nicely? If you ever strip these apart, the cables have got a bit of length on them, haven't they? Bit of girth. So I've snipped them so you can see exactly where things are going to go back on. Basically, yellow and earth onto the top of that pot, and then my output onto the centre of that pot, which I'll do now quickly. Right, before I screw anything down, got myself a new soldering iron. Lovely. Luxury. Right, before I screw anything down, I'm just going to check it, make sure it's fine. I've made the mistake of joining a fucking group chat on WhatsApp, which is against my religion normally, and the thing's pinging off like you would not believe. Before it goes back together, we will go for contact switch cleaner in the switch, deox it in our pots, screw her down, let's get on with the tuners. Right, next job is the tuners. The ones that were on here were absolutely shagged. I thought I had the same tuners, but mine are 3-a-side from an old Epiphone, and they don't seem a lot better than what was on there. But I have got some Chinesiums, the old ones that everyone's got. I've got these on 6-a-side. So I'm going to fit them. I need to ream these holes out, and we all love a bit of reaming. There you go. I'm going to start by using this one, and I'm just going to ream them out. And crucially, I'm going to use it just to countersink a little bit wider to the 12mm hole. Now, when I whop through with a 10mm, we shouldn't have any tear out. Especially because I've just bought some fuck off expensive Bosch drill bits. When you've got to drill metal, there's drill bits and there's drill bits. Right, I'm going to whop these on, do them up. What's whopping them on? I don't know what that is. I'm going to put these on, screw them up. We're going to have a little scar on the back. I'll show you me scars after so you can all have a challenging wank. It's been a labour of love, but I don't love it at all. So it's just been labour at the end of the day. It better play nicely, otherwise I'm going to throw it out of the fucking window. I'll see you in a second when we've got this strung up, and we'll just run through some setups and we'll see if we can get this thing playing all right. If it's a numbers game, if I'm right about what I think I'm right about, I should be able to get this playing nicely. Let's have a little look.
5 minutes later.
Well, it's conundrum time, innit? I've just set the fucking thing up. I'm sick of this guitar. It's made me think all day. This was supposed to be a quick morning turnaround, a bit of minge fudge cleaning, a bit of decrustification, but it's not been. It's been an absolute bastard. Probably top 3 for bottom 3. That makes no sense. I've set it up 1.6, 1.3. It's a bit more relief in the neck than I would normally want, but she don't want to play nice when you straighten her up. I've set the bridge up to have a little bit of float on it. Everything works. It's all lubricated. The tuners are working. It should be fine once we plug it in. Well, I'm going to go and plug it in. Fuck it. I'm going to go and plug it in. I'm going to hash out a shit demo, and then we'll talk about the morality of this thing. After this, a moment from my sponsor. Thank you to Carl at Mar Engineering. This is Carl. He sent me this beautiful measuring device. I've used it on me tacker, and the numbers were fucking depressing. He did actually send me 2. James Yard's nicked one. He uses it in his workshop. Thank you to Mar Engineering. They asked for nothing in return. They just wanted to reach out and put some sexy tools in the hands of influencers. And if you're influenced by me, you are fucked. I'm telling you that now. But thanks, Carl. Love you lots. Love you lots. Okay, conclusions. This thing does not need to exist. That's harsh, isn't it? That's harsh. I don't know who Jaxville are. Who cares? It doesn't need to exist. £129 of a shitbox amp is a fucking waste of anyone's money. I've absolutely gone to town on this, and to be fair, plays nice, plays like a Strat. I've put 10s on it, and it feels a bit laborious. Feels like a bit too much labour, too much graft. I think Steve Cassidy's bastardised me. I prefer 9s on Strats. Who knew? Not me. For less than 150 quid, you can go and buy a Jet, an ER, an East Coast, an artist guitar. They are all a million times better than this. Someone's bought this because it's got a pretty pattern and the kids like the look of it. And when it arrived, it was an absolute mung bean of it's not even an instrument. It's just shit. I'm going to put this for sale now for £50 English plus delivery, and it will come in a soft case, which is worth 20 quid, which I've got to buy, which is fucking insane, isn't it? But to be fair, shining them up, it might as well go to a good home. It's been refretted now. I've done loads of work. I know it's a waste of time. I know it's for shits and giggles, clicks and fucking YouTube algorithm bullshittery, innit? This video will probably earn 180 quid from the next 6 to 12 months. So I'll get my time back. Don't panic about that. And we've put a guitar out there that really, this is a career ruiner for potential learners to actually being a great guitar. I've learned I don't like little frets. I like a sausage. And I've just taken a big delivery of Jessica, so that's better. But yeah, there you go. It's fine. We made it play nicely. In the words of a very wise luthier I once met, guitars are mainly just wood and wire. And I'll leave you with that thought. You can turn even a shitbox into a half decent player. Plays nice. My fingers are a bit grubby though, isn't it? Time for a pokey bum wank. See you later, special wave. No workshop today. Bit of Tamar Bridge. Mr. Betty getting in. Kayaking. Could I look like any more of a prick? Right, it's a bit choppier out to sea here. A bit further back. Can't believe they let him out the fucking chocolate factory. Come dressed as the fucking man from Del Monte. Come on, Truffles!